I couldn't hear nobody pray. Lord, I couldn't hear nobody pray. When I was way down yonder by myself, I couldn't hear nobody pray. Oh Lord,
I am not one to put our racist problems on a pedestal, expecting kudos by expressing negativity with a positive coat. Rhymes designed to spiritually and naturally build up, but are actually disrupting and destroying the natural flow of life, enticing the minds of those who believe that our color contradicts high-class American standards. They call us ghetto, but in the words of the all too profound Langston Hughes, I too am American. I am the darker brother. And I know the difference between a baby's daddy and a father, because a father is a real brother, not a brother that will love her and leave her, or hug her and deceive her. Strong single mothers, keep up the good work. We are beautiful black kings and queens, and we really know what it means to make it. Looking back, I see Douglas to Chisholm to Jackson, and then we actually had a chance that the blacks win. He led us into social, economic, and emotional satisfaction, and by far, Harris's ability to live up to presidential status is amazing. We are red, black, and green, and red, white, and blue, because we are not just American, we are African too. It is jaw-dropping to understand that 400 years ago they dropped us off that boat, and now we finally stand on almost free land. And yes, we can transform this land into an oasis of freedom and justice. In the words of Dr. King, Obama's mama must have taught him how to drink.
Lord,
I see things the way no other can see.
When I was way
if you can't believe it, you can achieve it. Encouragement makes the door ajar and opens the jar of possible aspirations. Looked up in admiration to sages that say minimum wages are a thing of the past, and at last we no longer feel that Section 8 and black housing are synonymous, and anonymously Sunday phony messages to massage our mind, to uplift and enlighten are all too trite. Acts of violence are committed against our own African blood brothers and sisters. Even though just 55 years ago all we could care about were one another, how we shall march and stand together, how we shall not be moved, how we shall overcome someday. We say nonviolent communities would lead us into the promised land, yet we still lead lives unfamiliar with the cases of Renisha McBride, Rakia Boyd, and Emmett Till. Till supposedly whistled at one of another color. They killed him back when lynching was supposedly a fad. Countless stories so sad. In his case, his face was no more, and he suffered a forced surgery, stripped of his humanity. But it was not just a white man who did this. It was a man who did this. Brian's clientele rebelled and forced him out of business, which tells me sometimes Americans do listen to reason. In medias res e pluribus unum, one nation, one voice to be echoed from the vast valley, casting calls for a national crisis, starring irrational vices, stereotypes, their typos into the limelights like we won't till we won, we don't till we done. We ain't come to this far just to turn around now. I saw Tubman struggling to wade in the water, yet modern day is these streets paved by the blood of our forefathers. And y'all know I'm not talking about those forefathers. I'm talking about Malcolm, Marshall, King, Colvin, Parks. And then, and only then, we will finally be free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free. at last.